iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted in league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for what is round number 5 of the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Cars. Tonight presented by Speed Factories. We come tonight to Lincoln Speedway in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania for the 5th round of the series. The 3rd time we are here in Pennsylvania. And boy, I tell you what, it's good to have your company here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Qualifying getting set to wrap up. So we're going to heat racing action here in just a few moments' time. 3 heats on the program, B main, followed by a warm-up, and then, of course, our all-important 30-lap main event to come. That being said, it is done and dusted. Just getting one thing. There we go. There we go. So it is going to be 3 heats on the program, 8 laps, top 5. Inversion is going to be number 4. So let's take a look at heat race number 1. Your starting lineup is going to look like this. On the pole position, it's going to be Jared Kuno, Cole Zapewski, sorry, just getting that sort of there. Alright, Cole Czap lines up, better position number 2. Then we go back to that second row, Matthew Croquet on his outside. Fastest qualifier here tonight, it'll be Chad Griggs in car number 27 from position number 4. Position number 5, rolling off in the 10 car is Coulter West from 6. It's Toby Fitzsimmons. From position number 7, it'll be Ethan Greek, and Tyler Radaway makes up the 8th and final starter. So we'll send him around 2 times behind the RAC.com pace truck. And of course, we will start heat race number 1 here, which is going to be a distance of 8 laps. So the first 4 weeks, week number 1, Eldora Speedway, picked up by Josh Wyman. Week 2, Lernerville Speedway, Matthew Croquet. Week number 3, Port Royal Speedway, Chad Griggs, and last week at the Cedar Lake Speedway, Coulter West. So 4 weeks, 4 different winners. Who will take out the honours here tonight? Will we see a repeat winner? Well, let's wait and find out because we're about to go racing off turn number 4. And it's going to be Curnow to lead us down to the green flag and immediately goes to the inside. Goes Matthew Croakey. Chad Griggs, fastest qualifier here to 9th as he's having to look on the inside there for positions number 3. But here comes Coulter West, so a couple of feature winners so far. 3, in fact, in this 8-car field have picked up feature wins this season. Matthew Croakey, Chad Griggs and Coulter West. Down to the inside, bit of a barge there as Fitzsimmons gets into the side of West, watching Griggs now coming up to CZAP for 3rd and 4th position. Kuno, your race leader from Matthew Croakey. Croakey again in the 2 machine. Chad Griggs in the 27 entry. He'll go to the middle of the raceway. It's a tricky little racetrack here in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania, the Lincoln Speedway for round number 5 of the Down and Dirty Outlaws 360 Wing Sprint Cars presented by Speed Factory. Top 4 will go through to the main event. CZAP has got that 4th and final transfer position. Look out, there's problems here on the front straightaway. Coulter West in the 10 car. 5 in the books here in heat race number 1. And Jared Curnow. We're clean set of tyre tracks. Challenges on for 2nd and 3rd. Croakey sweeping back around the outside of Chad Griggs through 1 and 2. They'll both go to the middle. In fact, somewhat of a little bit of a cut down line there for the 27 car of Chad Griggs. Now thought about trying to go to the inside. He gets to the inside, but it's just lacking the middle of the speed. The middle of the turn speed there in 1 and 2. White flag is out for Jared Curnow. Croakey and Griggs still fighting out for the winner placings, but into 3 and 4 final time. Checkered flag is out. Jared Curnow is victorious. Heat race number 1. Not as a big fan as I am, Joey. Heat 1 results coming up on screen. Kuno, Croakey, Griggs, CZAP, Fitzsimmons, Radabo, Greek, and West. The 8 drivers in heat number 1. Heat number 2 going to line up this way. Blaine Brink in the 21. He'll start from pole. Larry Moody in the 73 will line up at a position number 2. Bryce Hohenstein lines up the 84 from 3. Josh Whiteman in car 24 lines up the 24 from position number 4, I should say. Chad Coate, the 11 entry, will start from position number 5. Nicholas Shell in the 96 will start position number 6. Levi Salzgiver in the 33 lines up at a position number 7. Blake Galloway in the 5 machine will line up to the outside from position number 8. So again, the cars rolling away behind the iRacing.com safety car, still 2 to green. So again, we have 23 drivers in the pits, 8 laps for the heat races. Top 5 going to the show. The fastest qualifiers coming from the outside of that 2nd row. Of course, at the minute, that is Josh Whiteman. Second fastest in qualifying. Heat race number 2 about to come to the green flag. Ready to go racing. Blaine Brink in the 21. Off and underway we go. Gee, that outside row was a lot slower than what the inside row was. The 24 car of Josh Wyman almost 3 wide through the middle there with Larry Moody and Chad Coate. Problems for Moody in the 73. Caught the guardrail on the front straightaway. Meanwhile, Hohenstein coming after Blaine Brink in the 21 machine. Blink still your race leader. Blaine Brink in car 21, that LGR Motorsports entry, still holding on to the race lead. Hohenstein, Whiteman, Moody and Coate, that'll be a top 5. Then you go back to Galloway. Meanwhile, again, here comes a 3-way dance for the race lead. We had 3 feature winners in the first race, and the very first feature winner of the season came to you from the Eldora Speedway, the 24 car of Josh Whiteman. And boy, I tell you what, Whiteman looking pretty good at the minute. Considering we're only halfway home, he's been able to track down the top 2, but now it's a case of over the next one will be our 3.5 laps to go. Can Whiteman get around the 84 of Hohenstein, and then Blaine Brink in the car 21, Hohenstein contact with Brink. Brink and now, well, he's going to look to drive away as Larry Moody comes up, the 3rd place driver, Bryce Hohenstein. Brink upstairs, down through the bottom goes the 24 car of Josh Whiteman. Again, Brink upstairs with a run now for turn number 2. New race leader down into 3 and 4. Penultimate time. Blaine Brink back to the race lead. Oh my, very close to call the start finish line. 1 lap left to go. Brink just jumped the cushion a little bit. May have caught the may have caught the guardrail. In the middle of 3, in the middle of 1 and 2. There on the final lap, but the checkered flag is out. Josh Whiteman going to go to victory lane in heat race number 2. Heat 2 done and dusted. Let's take a look at those official results up on screen. There it is. Josh Whiteman gets the win. Blaine Brink, Larry Moody, Chad Coate, Blake Galloway gets up 5. Nicholas Shell, Levi Salzgiver, Bryce Hohenstein to make up the 8 drivers in heat race number 2. Now we get set for the final heat race of the evening. Scott Thomason lines up the 6 machine from the pole position. Joseph Grady will roll off the 518 machine from position number 2. Position number 3 with the 12 car of Michael Cooper. Chase Swafford in car 75 lines up at a position number 4. Your 5th starter in car number 87, that'll be Andy Patton to the outside. The 43 car of Joe Howell will start position number 6. And the 43W of Terrell Wheeler lines up at a position number 7. So the final heat race of the evening for the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Cars presented by Speed Factory. Round number 5 here at the Lincoln Speedway, Abbottstown, Pennsylvania. He's playing host to round number 5. Don't forget the Pro Late Model, the Down and Dirty Pro Late Models tomorrow night coming back at about 9 to 9:30 Eastern. And we'll have that coverage tomorrow night for you. See how the Pro Late Models will get around. We'll get around the Lincoln Speedway. But for now, it is sprint car time once again here at Lincoln, and it's going to be Thomason and Grandy to lead the field into 1 and 2. Who will it be? Off for turn number 2, 3 wide. Cooper to the inside on Thomason. Grandy's got the lead. Keep an eye on the 75 car. Chase Swafford. Cooper just got a little crossed up in front of the 75 car. Top 5 going to go lock themselves into the main event here at Lincoln Speedway for round number 5. Cooper to the inside on Thomason. Thomason was your initial pole sitter. Thomason back to 3rd. Terrell Wheeler in 6th position, now on the outside looking in. Meanwhile, there's the challenge once again for 2nd and 3rd of Scott Thomason. Now starting to find his rhythm right through the middle of the raceway in 3 and 4. But again, just some of the speed is what these drivers have to deal with, and how they navigate how they navigate around the tricky tracks of Lincoln Speedway. It's 0.38 miles in distance, so it's almost like a little bull ring, you can say. But boy, I tell you what, 1 and 2 is a little bit different to what 3 and 4 is. Chase Swafford, Andy Patton on screen for 4th and 5th. Slider from Joe Howe there on Terrell Wheeler. And this is just for a better starting spot in the B main. And right now it's a battle of the 43s. 2 to run for your race leader of Joseph Grady. Michael Cooper in second position. You can see he's almost about a second away right there from what is your race leader. Grady will get the white flag. 1 lap left to go here at Lincoln Speedway. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag is out. Checkered flag in heat number 3. So now we get to look at your third and final heat race of the night. The results before the B main comes up on the night. Joseph Grady, Michael Cooper, Scott Thomason, Chase Swampford, and Andy Patton, your top 5. Terrell Wheeler, Joe Howell, off to the B main they go. And this might seem a little cruel, but this B main is going to be 10 laps in distance, and the top 7 of the 8 cars are going to go through. Tyler Radabo lines up the 51 machine from pole position. Nicholas Shell lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3 with the 43W of Terrell Wheeler from 4, the 19 of Ethan Greek. Levi Salzgiver rolls off the 33 machine from position number 5. From position number 6, driving car number 43, that's Joe Howe. And your final row, Coulter West lines up the 10 machine from position number 7. Bryce Hohenstein lines up the 84. He'll start from position number 8. So our final heat race of the our final preliminary race. A B main is all that separates us between a warm-up session and then our 30-lap A main event. And looking at this, I believe they are not even going to touch the racetrack. If they're going to touch the racetrack, they would have needed to have done it by now. And considering that, well, race control is in the building, he's on the racetrack. Pretty sure you can say goodbye to the track reset. So, look, it is what it is. I'll have to deal with the situation the best they can. It's your home track, Ethan. Good luck, buddy. 8 cars, 10 laps, top 7 will lock themselves into your 22-car field 30-lap main event. One of them going to go and be sent packing and get ready for either the Pro Late Models tomorrow night or for the next week. And for what will be the back half of the season. We're in round number 5 of 8. Week 6, 7, and 8 to come over the next 3 weeks, not including tonight. Tonight is week number 5. Here we go, coming back to green flag action. B-Main, number 1, your B-Main is underway, and Tyler Radabo got an absolute blinder of a start there, down into 1 and 2. Terrell Wheeler looks good there on the opening couple of turns, but keep an eye on Coulter West, last week's feature winner from the Cedar Lake Speedway. He knows that he probably shouldn't be in this one, but seeing as there was 23 cars, 22 of them will go into the main event, which means 1 is sent packing, and Coulter West does not want to be that one car. He does, however, want to be the car up the front of this field, and Coulter West will lead from Terrell Wheeler, so 2 different leaders in the opening 2 laps. We had Tyler Radabo, then we had Coulter West, but right now it's Terrell Wheeler in 2nd, 3rd Radabo, Salzgiver 4th, Hohenstein in 5th, Nicholas Shell in 6th, Ethan Greek in that 7th and final transfer position. Oh boy, what's gone on to Tyler Radabo? Radabo on the 51 is on his side, and unfortunately he will go back to the pit area, so the 7 cars on the racetrack will be transferring into the main event. Wheeler and Salzgiver work it down into turn number 1 and 2. Wheeler on the low side, Salzgiver right through the middle of the raceway. Cross flag sticks are out, 5 down and 5 to run here in your B main. Salzgiver in the 33 car. Salzgiver trying to work over the 43W of Terrell Wheeler on the exit of turn number 4. He's got it. Second at the line is Levi Salzgiver in car 33. Slides up a little bit of right rear to left front contact. And Salzgiver goes from 2nd to position number 6 and loses 4 spots in the process. Ethan Greek riding up over the right rear of the 96 car of Nicholas Shell. Meanwhile, slider there from Joe Howe on Shell. Shell comes back at Howell down the back straightaway with 2 to run for your race leader already. Coulter West. A 1.5 second lead, but right now watching the battle on for third and fourth position. Show went through the middle. Howe was still upstairs, and here comes Joe Howe. Howe picked up the Hard Charger Award in the opening couple of weeks from memory, I think. And right now, he comes after the man that he had to duke it out in the heat race with the 43 car of Terrell Wheeler. And Howe around the outside catches the concrete wall. Down into 3 and 4 for the final time. It's going to be Coulter West victorious. The battle is on. Second, third, fourth, and fifth position. They made contact. And it was just hard racing there on the exit of turn number 4. All right, it is B-Main time. Your results up on screen. Coulter West, Terrell Wheeler, Nicholas Shell, Joe Howell, Levi Salzgiver, Ethan Greek, Bryce Hohenstein. Your top 7, unfortunately, for Tyler Runabo. He is done, which means we have got the 5-minute warm-up session. We'll take this opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll come back, we'll pay some bills. We'll play some of the iRacing highlights, the top 10 highlights from the month of January right here on Ultimate Dirt TV.
backing up for third.
Going into turn 3, it looks like the 99 of Matheson takes it to the top line. Innes looks to the bottom. White flag in the air for the 99 at Jake Matheson through turns 1 and 2. He's got to defend as hard as possible from the 25 coming off the backstretch.
Here we go.
All right, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Car Series here, presented by Speed Factory tonight here in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania, for the Lincoln Speedway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set to take a look at your 22 starters in tonight's main event. Jared Kuno alongside Josh Wyman on the front row. Then we go back to row number 2, so we'll see Joseph Grandy and Matthew Croquet. Row 3 going to be Blaine Brink alongside Michael Cooper. Row 4 sees Chad Grigg start on the inside of Larry Moody. Row number 5, Scott Thomas and Cole Zapewski lines up on the outside in the number 9 machine. Chad Coate will start up alongside Chase Swafford. Then we go back to Toby Fitzsimmons and Blake Galloway in row number 7. Row number 8 will be Andy Patton alongside Coulter West, your B main winner. Terrell Wheeler starts alongside Nicholas Shell in row number 9. Row number 10, Joe Howe and Levi Salzgiver. And your 11th and final row, Ethan Greek and Bryce Hohenstein lines up the 84 from position number 22. And the field is set, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll go around one more time behind the iRacing.com official pace truck. We will come to the green flag. As we get ready for a start, a main event, Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Cars here at Lincoln Speedway, round number 5. Let's get dirty for 30 here in tonight's main event. And look at this already, we'll go 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Problems. Blaine Brink, Chad Griggs stuck together. Brink gets it back going again, but Griggs is now near the tail end of the field. This racetrack is going to be very busy with 22 drivers all trying to vie it out for the top spot. Galloway, I think, may have got tagged there by the 27 car Griggs as they work down into 3 and 4 once again. Jared Kuno, your race leader, and where do you want to look? Oh boy, look out. Problems again. Andy Patton, no, we got one around. This might be tough to deal with this one because there was a whole lot of stuff going on. All right, so again, now we are going to, you might hear this. All right, so if we just add the laps, so bear with me for a second. Number 3. So we are just going to add laps. All right, so bear with us, folks. We're just looking at this little incident here. Again, we've got another screen we can look at when we make these decisions. Now, get the racetrack is very tight. So looking at Blaine Brink and Chase Swafford here. So that car definitely moves up the racetrack. Okay, and then that causes him to get sideways. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a tough one, but I think we are going to make the decision here. I think we're going to put this on the 21 car, but it was the 21 car that made the initial contact. All right. So, bear with us. You're going to lose the race screen just for a second. You're going to go to our track cinematic.
Have it.
Alright, so after the review of the replay, the 21 car of Blaine Brink actually comes up just a little bit into the 75 car, causing the 75 car to get loose and then gets hit from behind. Should that contact not have happened, we would have stayed green. So unfortunately that is going to go on the 21 car. Alright, so let's go and move him to the end of the line. So unfortunately, and again, this is the part of the job that sometimes just sucks at the minute, because, you know, someone 9 out of 10 times. Oh, actually, I wouldn't go that far, actually. Probably 7 out of 10 times you could almost get away with calling it as a racing deal, because it's just drivers going for the same bit of real estate. But unfortunately, if I get to show you here in a second. Alright, so if we... Actually, you know what, we're just going to go back live. Because, there we go, Terrell's done that one. So we're coming back to 1 to green. So again, it sucks making these, you know, those tough decisions sometimes, but somebody has to do it. And, well, with the drivers on the racetrack, we have got both hats on, broadcaster and a race control. Back to the green we go. 3 down, 27 to go. Coulter West in the 10 car round. Somehow, I was going to say somehow we are still green, but not for much longer. Coulter West. Let's have a look at the incident here. Just checks up. And the 27 car gets him. Now, unfortunately, he was on the brakes, but much like what the other one was. Now, there's going to be a real big argument. You know, I can expect a big argument from this one, because I get what he's saying. But, however, unfortunately, the contact was made from the 27 car. And again, this is the second time we're about to send someone from the top 10 to the tail end of the field. And this is the part of the job that sometimes can absolutely suck. Alright, let's do that. Alright, after the review of the caution, it was the 27 car who slides up into the side of the 10 car. Now, I do understand that the 27 car looked like he was on the brakes, but he was the one that made the initial contact, as the 10 car would have kept it going. But after that contact was made, the 10 car, sorry, after the contact from the 27 was around, so the 27 car will be ruled at fault for that one. Okay, so let's get... And good thing about this is the drivers are already paying attention, so back there, back live. And again, that's the second time, and like I said, this is part of the job that can basically suck sometimes, especially when you got guys fighting it out for a championship. But you take that all aside, you've got to do race by race, and you've just got to look at the facts that have been presented to you in front of you. And again, like I said, we have a good look at the situation. Now, you won't see it obviously on the main screen. We do have another set of eyes, I should say, let's call it that I do look at. Oh, lights are out, so Terrell getting him ready to go back racing. Jared Kuno, your race leader. Single file restart coming down. So 4 down and 26 to go. Jared Kuno, Josh Whiteman and Joseph Grandy. That's your podium at the minute. And again, everybody just starting to get themselves, trying to get themselves in a nice little rhythm here. Josh Whiteman coming up to Jared Kuno. Remember, Jared Kuno picked up the opening heat race win of the night. He is still yet to find victory lane in this series. Like I said, we've had 4 different winners so far in 4 weeks. Josh Whiteman, Matthew Croakey, both those drivers who have picked up feature race wins this season. They find themselves inside the top 4, we'll just say top 5 for the moment in the early parts of this A-main event. Croakey in the 2-car on screen. He's got Michael Cooper behind him. They'll come up to lap traffic. Joseph Grady nearly tagged the back of the 24-car of Josh Whiteman on the exit of turn number 4. Now he gets to the inside. Whiteman has to move up the racetrack. We'll go yellow. Blaine Brink in the 21 car. Oh, did we just lose sound? No, there we go. So Blaine Brink in car 21. Yeah, okay, so he was trying to do the right thing. So let's just bring that back up. Alright, after reveal that one, the 21 car just sort of went to bring it in the pits and unfortunately just missed the entry and then just pulled it up on the front straight away. So there's no further post-race penalties for that one. Okay. I don't think I missed anything just then. Looking at everything around the... Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure I'm spot on the money on that one. Larry Moody coming down pit road. Okay, here we go. Back to green. Pace truck will come infield. Here we go, back underway. What is 8 down and 22 to go for the 22 of Jared Kuno. Cooper and Croakey, one goes top, one goes bottom through 1 and 2. Croakey now coming up to Grady for the final spot on the podium as Grady works it down to the inside of turn number 4. And again, Croakey trying to send it upstairs, trying to find a way around the 518 car, trying to find a way to elevate himself into a podium and have a chance at picking up a second feature win this season. 10 down, 20 to go. Here in tonight's main event, here at the Lincoln Speedway, round number 5 in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania. Josh Whiteman, meanwhile, going to challenge Jared Kuno for the race lead. Slower car of Court the West upstairs. I'm pretty sure that's Court the West it is. Just slowing on the racetrack, and the 10 car will stay green for the minute. Whiteman, Grady in the final spots on the podium. Matthew Croakey, drivers just starting to struggle just a little bit here on the exit of turn number 4. I appreciate it, Joe, but you know me. I've been in the World Championships before. I've been around the bush once or twice, and I've been around the block too. Kuno comes up to the 5 of Blake Galloway. The Galloway lap car will stay upstairs into turns 3 and 4. Whiteman gets the moisture down on the low side on the exit of turn number 4. Now goes through the middle. He almost got to the outside there of Kuno. At the start-finish line here on the exit of turn number 4, it's going to be cross flag sticks. 15 down and 15 to run. Jared Kuno, he goes from a heat race victory to leading the first half of the feature event. Can he lead the lap that counts the most? Yellow on the raceway, 23 of Levi, the 33 I should say, of Levi Salzgiver. Which will of course make this one a lot easier to have a look at. And I believe he just gets into the back of the 27 car here of Chad Griggs. That he does. Alright, real simple that one. Alright, here we go. Alright. That one is pretty simple. The 33 car of Salzgiver gets into the back of the 27 car. 27 car continues on. 33 car stops on the racetrack. 33 car will be ruled at fault. For that one, he'll be charged with the EOL. Okay, move to the end of the line. He's already back there anyway. But just to make make it official, and we are ready to go back racing here in a couple of laps' time. So, Salzgiver will be given the EOL. Drivers now get a chance to just have their say under the yellow flag conditions. Single file restart still in effect. Lights to go out, Jared Curnow. He's now led over half of this feature event once we go back to green, because no doubt he should get to the start-finish line before Josh Whiteman, considering that this is a single file restart. Lights are out, 16 down, 14 to go. Coming back to green, and there we go. Jared Curnow gets back on the throttle, and we're back underway. Matthew Croakey straight upstairs into 1 and 2, trying to continue on with what he was trying to do for the previous few laps that before the yellow come out. Grandy just again going to roll through the middle of the raceway. Croakey again jumps the cushion into the concrete in the middle of 1 and 2. Will give up 4th position to Michael Cooper in car number 12. Cooper inside, Croakey on the outside. Boy, tell you what, the number 2 car does not want to give it up just yet. Meanwhile, there is a challenge coming for that race lead as they work down into turn number 3 and 4. Whiteman is close, just gets a little sideways here on the exit of turn number 4, as did the race leader of Jared Curnow. Cooper with us looking to almost look to throw a slider there on Croakey, with Croakey again wheeling it back upstairs. He's got the tub out, baby. Upstairs goes Jared Curnow. To the inside goes Whiteman. Whiteman now through the middle. Curnow going to slide it up. Grandy has to check up and get off the gas. And we're now coming into single-digit laps remaining. There'll be 9 to go at the start-finish line. Jared Curnow, Josh Whiteman, and Joseph Grandy 1, 2 and 3. Croakey in 4th, Cooper in 5th, Fitzsimmons, Hohenstein, Thomason, Shell, and Cote your top 10. Greg's back to 11th after being sent to the rear of the field earlier on. Grandy had 2nd at the start-finish line, I want to say, by what was, going by my calculations, if I can get it to the right thing, it was all but 15 1,000th of a second, and Grandy and Wyman, they made contact off turn 4. Wyman now moves back to position number 5, and Croakey, that will put himself into a podium position. 6 to go for Jared Curnow, looking to make it 5 different feature winners in 5 weeks of the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Cars. Tonight, can he do it? Here in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania, at the Lincoln Speedway. Croakey again, still working it to the top shelf. This time, Grandy goes through the middle, as does Cooper and Wyman there, just to the right of your screen. Fitzsimmons, Hohenstein will duke it out right now. We will go yellow. Okay, now we need to find where this one's going to come out, because we have got no idea on this one. Oh, the 87 of Andy Patton. Ah, tricky. I found ya. Just getting crossed up on the exit of turn 4. Gee, Salzgiver. All right, so that one's just going to be all on the the 87 car. All right, after reveal that one, the 87 car of Andy Patton just gets a little crossed up by himself. Salzgiver misses him. 87 car is already out of the event, so no further penalties. There we go. So 4 laps to run. Can Jared Curnow hold on for a victory here at Lincoln Speedway, Abbottstown, Pennsylvania, for round number 5 of the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Cars presented by Speed Factory? We'll find out here in a few moments' time. 4 circuits is all that separates Jared Kuno from going to victory lane for the first time this season. Here we go, back underway. Jared Kuno will get the moisture down the front straight away. Again goes to run the slider line down into turn number 1 and 2. And what happened here? Oh, okay. Oh, Ethan Greek. Simple. Ethan Greek is back to the pits. Alright, that's a simple one. Ethan Greek just lost handle on the race car on that restart, so no further penalties. You guys can just go whenever iRacing tells you to. Back underway with 3 to run. Kuno, your race leader. From Grandy, Croquis, Cooper and Whiteman. Fitzsimmons coming after him as well now, trying to elevate himself to a top 5. Croquis to the outside with the lap and a half to go here down the back straight away. But Jared Kuno is now 3/8 of a mile away from victory lane. 4 turns is all that separates Jared Kuno in a victory. Into 1 and 2 we go. He looks to keep the car nice and straight, does so. Here comes Matthew Croquet with one last ditch effort down into turn number 3. Off for turn number 4 for the first time this season. Jared Kuno is going to go to victory lane. Jared Kuno will win here at Lincoln Speedway. What a race that was. Jared Kuno gets to bring it up onto the front stretch, and he will park it in Lincoln Speedway victory lane. Let's take a look at your official results. Getting the win was Jared Kuno, Matthew Croquet in second, Joseph Grandy third, Michael Cooper fourth, Josh Whiteman rounds out your top 5. Toby Fitzsimmons, Bryce Hohenstein, Nicholas Schell, Joe Howe, Chad Griggs make up your top 10 drivers. 11th through to 20th will look like this. Chad Coate in 11th, Chase Swafford in 12th, Terrell Wheeler 13th, Levi Salzgiver in 14th, Scott Thomas in 15th, Larry Moody in 16th, the last car on the lead lap, Blake Galloway in 17th, Ethan Greig, Cole Czap, Andy Patton, your top 20, Coulter West and Blaine Brink, the 22 drivers. Who got hard charger? It was Bryce Hohenstein up 15 positions in that number 84 machine. He goes from 20th, 22nd I should say, to 7th. So not a bad run there for Bryce in that 84 car. And again, we'll chat to your top 3 plus our hard charger here in just a few moments' time. And again, we wait for the drivers to get out of the cockpits of the race car. And again, we'll chat to Bryce in 7th spot here tonight. Bryce, congratulations. We go from 22nd to 7. That's plus 15 spots. That's not a bad night for you in that 84 car, considering that, well, it could have ended a lot worse.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. I had a lot of high hopes in that heat race and kind of got brinked early on and sent over the edge. And one of two ways to do that: just kind of get bummed out and drive over your head, or just kind of keep your cool and pick them off one at a time. And thankfully tonight, that's what I decided to do and was able to pull it up to a 7th place finish.
Track very slick, very narrow, especially on the top side of the racetrack, very narrow to get the moisture down the bottom. This track is, it's technical at the best of times, let alone you put a slick car, you put a slick racetrack with 22 cars, but, you know, to drive from 22nd to 7th to pass that many cars, you must be happy with the car speed.
Oh, absolutely. M9 Performance does an incredible job of just getting these things hooked up, top, bottom. It didn't matter. Wherever I went, I felt really fast, and just drivability. I mean, these things stuck like glue. Was able to pick off cars, and that's what we set out to do. So really fun time getting to race with these guys, and it's really enjoyable, to be honest.
Bryce, congratulations on tonight's hard charger here at the Lincoln Speedway. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 84 car.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to give it up for M9 Performance, getting this thing, getting us sets and putting us on rails. T2 Promotions, the Lumber Lounge Garage, Haas Talks Media, all those guys coming on board. Really appreciate them. Um, Other than that, Matt Croakey, Tobias Fitzsimmons, we have a good time sitting in Discord running this deal. Hats off to Terrell for a really good series, and hats off to you for race controlling this deal, putting on the broadcast, doing the whole nines. It's a lot of work, and I'm really thankful.
Bryce, well done on Hard Charger, buddy. We'll see you back next week.
Appreciate it. Thanks, sir.
There we go, Brian Hohenstein in the 84 car. Joey, I will never ever try and impersonate Gav White. There is just no. It's just a simple, straight up no. Let's go chat to your podium here tonight. Home in third place tonight, driving the 518 car. It's Joseph Grady. Joseph, third place. What could have been and what should have been probably a second place turns into a third place finish here tonight. I guess overall good night for you in the 518 car.
Yeah, those cautions kind of ruined my momentum there, but I'll take a third any day here.
Coming into this race, knowing that this track can be a little tricky at the best of times, what was the thought process? What was the game plan coming into this one?
It's one of my favorite tracks. I love Lincoln. More technical, the better for me.
How tough was it to get around here, especially when the track got slick? Basically, it was pretty slick from the get-go, but how tough was it there right in the end, especially on those restarts to try and keep that car and the moisture on the low side down the front straight away?
Yeah, I probably knew I should have moved to the top, but I was a little more comfortable sticking the bottom. I was hoping I could stick it out for one more lap, but didn't work out that way. And as far as slick track goes, slicker the better for me.
Joseph, well done on third place finish here tonight at Lincoln Speedway, down and dirty Outlaw 360 Wings Sprint Cars. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 518 car.
I'd like to thank Catalytic Recovery, West End Tone and Repair, all the guys over at Inferno Motorsports, my girlfriend Olivia for letting me do this every night. Appreciate you, Brett, for doing the broadcast, and that's about it.
Joseph Grady, ladies and gentlemen, home in position number 3. We'll chat to the man that comes home in second place tonight. We go back a couple of weeks ago, week number 2 at the Lernerville Speedway. He won. Comes back here to Abbottstown, Pennsylvania for Lincoln Speedway. Home in second spot tonight is the 2-car of Matthew Croakey. Matt, second spot here tonight, and you were living or dying by the top of that racetrack. You just did not want to get off the top, and boy, it really showed late in that race. Congratulations on a runner-up finish.
Yeah, I figured everybody was going to try to run the bottom for that most part of that race, so figured try to get the top worked in and figure out how to run it good, and hopefully it'll come back at the end, and luckily it did. It was treacherous. I smacked the wall a couple of times there. I know in that last lap I really hit it and had to ride it out, but overall, I'll take the points tonight. I think Chad had a little bit of trouble tonight, so that'll help the points and go from there.
We've got 3 weeks left after tonight. We've just finished week number 5. And the next 3 weeks, next week we'll go to Charlotte. Then we'll go to the I-55 Raceway and then Knoxville. How do you feel about, first off, Charlotte, but then how do you feel about I-55 and Knoxville to wrap up the season?
Charlotte, I absolutely hate with a burning passion. Don't like that track one bit. I-55, I usually kind of suck there, so that'll be fun. And then Knoxville to finish it, I'm decent there. I think I can run pretty good. So overall, it's probably the worst stretch of the season for me coming up here in sprint cars. But overall, I think if I can finish top 5, it should be good.
And I'll tell you what, we look forward to seeing what you can do over the next 3 weeks to see if you can come away with the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Car Championship. Matt, before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this number 2 car for a runner-up finish here tonight.
Yeah, first off, I have to thank Terrell and Coulter for the Down and Dirty here. It's been a fun league to run here for the past 5 weeks now, I think it is, in the late models and sprints. I got to thank you for the broadcast each and every week. Velocity Race Designs, M9 Performance, Michael Sportswear, Power Outdoors, and then my dad for watching.
There we go, Matthew Croakey home in second spot and getting the first win of the season for this man, driving car number 22. He picked up the heat race win, and now he comes away with the feature race win. It is Jared Kuno. Jared, congratulations! You are a feature winner here with the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Sprint Car Series. How does that one sound to you, my man?
That's awesome. This week was I put a lot of time into this track. Last week I started pole, dropped back. I think I finished 5th last week, and I wasn't very happy with that one. So it's awesome to start poling this week and then get that win there.
It all comes back down to the qualifying. Now, granted, your qualifying effort wasn't all that great, but it was enough to put yourself on the front row, on the pole position of heat race number 1. After that heat race number 1 victory, knowing what you did last week, what was the confidence going into that main event like?
It was up there because of last week. I knew what I needed to do this week. There was a few mistakes I made last week. One of them was running the wrong line for most of the race in general. I ran the bottom last week, and I should have been on the top. So, this week I knew that it was going to be bottom, so I stuck to the bottom. So I was super confident in it, and I'm glad it paid off.
You ran the bottom for probably a good 20, 25 laps of that feature event. Then those last 4 laps. First of all, what goes through your mind then, and what possessed you to go to that different line, to run that slider line basically all the way around here?
Yeah, so essentially I was running that bottom, like you said, 20, 25 laps there. And all of a sudden, I think it was Josh that caught up with me there at the end, and I saw him come up on the bottom side of me. So I knew the bottom definitely wasn't working for me at that point. I saw the slider line might have been there, so I gave that a shot, and I started running away. Those restarts there at the end were sketching me out because I could definitely hear him catching me.
What was going through your mind there on that final lap when Matt Croakey was coming, when I thought actually there might have been a slider coming there on that final lap, but what was going through your mind there on that last lap?
Yeah, no, I was actually shaking in my boots a little bit. I could hear him for, I think it was a lap or 2 before that too, and I thought I gained just enough. And then all of a sudden on that last lap, it was like turn 1, you really hear him. So turn 3 and 4, I really didn't know where to go, so I just stuck with what I was doing there, slider line. Hoped it worked out, and it did, so that's awesome.
That it did. You are a feature winner here with the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Winged Sprint Cars. You pick up the win here at Lincoln Speedway. Jared, before we let you go and celebrate, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 22 car for getting here and helping you get to victory lane, mate.
Yep, I just want to thank Redline Race Designs, Finish Line Repair, One Wish Foundation, the team LGR Motorsports, Terrell for putting on this awesome league, and you guys, of course, for putting on this awesome broadcast. Jared,
congratulations on the win. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week at the Dirt Track at Charlotte.
Thank you.
Jared Kuno, your winner, ladies and gentlemen, here from week number 5 here at the Lincoln Speedway, which will, of course, wrap up what is now 5 weeks done and dusted with the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Cars. And would you believe it or not, we have had 5 different winners. So what is Charlotte going to play? What is Charlotte going to put up next week? And followed by the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway, and then the Knoxville Raceway to cap off a wonderful 8-week series. So far, 5 in the books, 3 to run. But more with the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Cars presented by Speed Factory. More on that next week. But for now, tonight and tomorrow night, we've still got 4. Yes, you heard that right. 4. We've got 1 tonight. We've got 1 more to come in about 30 to 40 minutes time. Then tomorrow night we have got not 1, not 2, but we have got a triple header. So tonight you've got the Mountain View Plumbing Pro Late Models. I believe we're going to be heading to the Fairbury Raceway, Fairbury Speedway for that one, with the Northwest Racing Association. Tomorrow night we'll have Coast to Coast Racing, big block, small block modifieds at 358s at 7 o'clock Eastern. 8 o'clock Eastern will be the big blocks. Both those races are going to be at Kokomo. But then, of course, we'll take the quick trip back here to the Lincoln Speedway to wrap up the Down and Dirty Outlaw week and the Ultimate Dirt TV week with the Speed Ranch Pro Late Models, round number 5. Can they have 5 different winners in 5 different weeks? More on that tomorrow night from about 9:30 Eastern. But until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, my name's Brett Wheeler, signing off. I'll see you back soon, but congratulations to Jared Kuno.